take care of you, then take care of everybody around you, your immediate family. If you don't have family, get out, meet people, be friendly, show compassion, show love. And you know what? All that'll start coming back to you and you have a fulfilled life. Life will be good. Whatever you put out is what you get. Really true. If you're in a funk all the time and you're carrying all this heavy baggage from your past and you haven't gotten rid of it, and go see a counselor, find somebody you can talk to, to kind of listen to you and air this stuff out and move on. We only have so much time on this planet, to be the best human being we can be here. And that's most important. All the other stuff is baloney. You can't take your cars with you. You can't take your houses with you. When we all transition to the other side, you can't take all that stuff with you. There's only so many toilets you could sit on, so many steaks you could eat, right? What does it take to feel fulfilled? And that's loving yourself and getting into the flow of your higher consciousness. So now you'll start co-creating with the universe instead of magnifying what your boxes and what your ego mind tells you in black and white, the rules and regulation, what needs to be. As long as you're not hurting anybody and you're respecting your fellow man and you're moving with compassion and love, life will be good. It doesn't matter what color they are, what gender they are. It's none of your business. They got their own problems. Let them do what they got to deal with. They're human beings. And here we're separated by bodies. In space, there's one big soup, one big connection. But we kind of say, well, Jesus is over there and Buddha's over there. You know what? It's all one thing. They're not separate. It's all one energy and soup. We have to put clothes on them and make them make them human. They're not human. In fact, we come here to be human for a very short time and we move back to our lives. And that's where we go. And as enlightened souls, we actually do this for fun, I guess, to take on and play this game that we do in our physicality, to be separate, to learn how to be together again. That's the ultimate goal of the spirit incarnate. We're a spark of God, a spark of the universe, and we come down into physicality to learn how to live in polarity, positive and negatives, and we grow and learn, and we get to taste chocolate and all those things. Spirit can't do that. Spirit can't have a hot dog. Spirit cannot have a good meal. That doesn't exist over there. Only unconditional love. Here you could experience the worst of the worst, the best of the best. That's up to you. But it first starts with you. You want to change the world? Change yourself, step out, clear yourself up, check yourself out, mind your words, mind your thoughts, and mind your actions. Those three things. Mind your words, mind your thoughts, mind your actions, and pay attention. That's what you say is what you're going to get. So if you're speaking in poverty, you're going to be poverty. You're going to be broke. You're not going to have abundance. And abundance is just not money. Abundance is life, love, friendships, togetherness. Getting involved with people that they stand in their own power. You stand in your own power. Then you both get together and create and be. If a good friend says, "Oh, let's have dinner," and at the last second they'd say, "Oh, I have to cancel. I'm so sorry." You don't get pissed off and get all egotistical. How dare they? Don't they know who I am? I'm important. No, you say, all right, no problem. You say, who else I'm going to meet tonight while I'm having dinner by myself? Well, who else can I talk to? Who else we can create a magical moment? Where is it? And if you're looking for it, you'll find it. If you're in your head and your ego, and it's all about you and how much money you have and how much can you get and all this other stuff, you're not on the right track. And that's in the bigger sense, okay? You might be in the right track for you. I mean, I'm not, because some people need to get there to find other things out for themselves, right? Everybody's on their own journey. So that might be good for them. But all I know, I've done work on a lot of multi-million-dollar homes with people that live in it, and they got just as many problems as I had with where I grew up in the projects in New York City, where everybody's poor and everybody's on welfare, the same stuff existed there as in the $1 million home. So very few I've run into that live at a higher frequency. They worry about their money, they worry about their cars, they worry about the government taking everything from them. They're playing games like everybody else. Where I was growing up, the drug addicts and all the stuff that was going on, and the fights and the gangs and all the craziness that I grew up with. So different, but same kind of fighting and carrying on in both worlds, the rich. And so I think the most important thing is to really look inside and find yourself, lift yourself up, and if you need help, go ask for help. You know, many times in my life I had to go and talk to somebody and ask for help. It was very important for me to navigate my thoughts, because sometimes all that pain was so much that it was just beating me up, and I had to find a way to talk to somebody so I could air it out and be able to step out of myself so I could see a higher perspective and then move on, not hold on to the anger and the stuff of things that happened to me that was not right, or the abuses that I had to go through. And we all have our hell. My hell is my hell, and people have in this planet, everybody has some form of hell they got to deal with to grow, and that's what it's there for. We ask for it in a higher perspective, and that's hard for some people to acknowledge, but that's my truth that I believe that really happens. And maybe I'll talk about that on another video. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope this stuff helps, and I'll talk to you soon. Love and the light. See ya.